dumb woman. Of course there are satanic cults that are running this. Of course there's child abuse. Of course there's everywhere in the government. And guess what? The mainstream media is protecting them too, and that's why she feels the need to ask him these questions. Well, guess what? Trump wouldn't, he would not basically say that that wasn't true because he knows it's true. And he knows that, and he even said it himself, he was basically supporting QAnon by saying, hey, I hear they're against, so am I. Because he knows.
Okay. Guys, I'm Maz Jobrani, and you were just watching a clip from Real America's Voice. It's a network that was started for Steve Bannon to have his show, and now the show you were just watching was called Water Cooler, and you've got Anna Perez talking to David Brody, and they're talking about the raid on Mar-A-Lago from the FBI.
This is the worst attack on this republic in modern history, period.
They're saying that this is all a hit from the deep state because they are trying to stop Trump from exposing the pedophiles. Sound familiar? This was the QAnon crap we were dealing with during the pandemic. I thought it was gone. It's back. It's back. And Anna Perez has a point to make. She says Trump has been giving them signals because he's been saying he's with QAnon because he was asked one time about QAnon and he said, well, I heard QAnon opposes, and so do I. Who doesn't oppose, I guess. But the point is, this is cuckoo stuff. It's like cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And somehow she's got a show and he's got a show. People watch this. First of all, this is the nuttiest. I blame Ronald Reagan because Ronald Reagan, he dismantled the places where people that had mental health issues were going. He dismantled all that. And so now you have people that have mental health issues are on shows. She's got a show. I blame Ronald Reagan and Al Gore, who claims he started the internet. Because the internet has allowed people like this woman, Anna Perez, and David Brody to have a show where there's some poor dude sitting at home who does not have the capacity to think critically and be like, why is Donald Trump somehow in charge of catching pedophiles? Like, how did that even come about? And why hasn't he done it? What's he waiting for? And why is it that all the pedophiles are all Democrats, but actually recently has come out that there's been some Republicans that have been caught with and that kind of stuff on their phones? I mean, there's just no logic.
And that was another hint he was dropping to us. A lot of people are saying, yeah, we knew that those parts, but guess what? This is all part of the puzzle that I'm trying to put together here, which is that the deep state, ultimately this past raid of Mar-A-Lago, it's a threat.
Right.
It's a threat because they don't want him to expose the that he knows about.
Right.
And that's what impeachment was about. That's what the Russia hoax was about. That's what that's what January 6th was about. That's why they planted all those people from the FBI there.
That's right.
Because they wanted to make Trump look like he's some domestic terrorist, like he's some insurrectionist.
Right.
And just when you think it can't get any more cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, she starts saying everything that's ever happened to Donald Trump was because the deep state is trying to stop him from exposing the. It's crazy. And it gets crazier because she's going back to the theory. The original theory of January 6th was originally MAGA was saying, and QAnon people were saying that it was actually Antifa who attacked the Capitol. And then they said, no, there was FBI that was inside the crowd that attacked the Capitol. So they still believe in that. This stuff is funny, but then it gets dangerous. Because there are people watching these people like Anna Perez who says, I'm trying to piece it together. Who are you? Why are you trying to piece it together? Are you an investigator? Because you're not good at it. It's a lot of cuckoo theories coming together that don't make any sense. But there's people at home watching and going, yeah, because that guy David Brody's next door going, yeah. And eventually it leads to dangerous stuff.
It was a threat. It was a threat from the deep state.
Right.
They're coming after him, and it's because they don't want him to expose the And you know what? He hasn't really yet. He hasn't. He's dropped
really
hints,
hasn't.
but he hasn't fully exposed them yet. What will be interesting is to see if in 2024, if he runs again, or even if he doesn't run again, if he does decide to do that.
It's dangerous, but it gets crazier. Now she's saying that Trump has not exposed the yet, but he may, he's going to, it's coming. It's always coming. This reminds me a lot of people who had deep faith in any religion and they were told the end is coming, so they would sell all of their stuff and then the end wouldn't come, and then the leader would come out and say, that was God testing us. We got to keep moving forward. Give me more money. Let's keep going. These people have lost their minds, and I don't know how we get them back, but again, the danger of it is that people act out on it. You've seen this before. We've seen the guy who went to the Pizzagate place looking for at a pizza restaurant. We saw this with the guy last week who went and tried to attack the FBI in Cincinnati, and then they killed him. And the thing that Trump has done, along with the MAGA folks, along with the QAnon folks, is they have done a job of getting their followers to believe that the media, Democrats, as well as the deep state are all out to get them. So when we find out that Trump has actually broken laws by having top secret information at Mar-A-Lago that could put the country in danger, they don't care. They come up with their theory and they say, nope, people are going after Trump. And it's just nuts. And I don't know how we get out of it, but I just want to wake people up. Wake up! People, wake up! Here's the thing. I'm a comedian. I try to make people laugh. I really want people to laugh. I want people to come together, and I want people to have a good time, and I want people to love each other. But we gotta at least believe in some truths. There are truths. You can't just make things up. If Donald Trump has been going after, it's been over 4 years that he was president. It's been 6 years since he ran and became president. What's he waiting for? What's the move? Can you tell me, Anna Perez, in your investigation? Why is it that it's only him that knows? There's nobody else that could expose the... And why is it that quite often we see a lot of Republican... I think a Republican and Democrat. I don't know. I've never done a survey to find out, but I'm guessing they're both. So Anna Perez, please just stop. This network is poison. Anna Perez and the guy, David Brody, what they're feeding people is poison. They're cuckoo. You know what? Oh, take away their phones or whatever they're filming with, their cameras. Just stop. Oh, I'm Maz Jobrani. Catch me on tour, mazjobrani.com. Bye.